What's up, y'all? Today we're going to learn one of my favorite Christmas songs to play on guitar. It's Sarajevo, or Christmas Eve, by Trans-Siberian Orchestra. So let's jump right in. Okay, so this lick's going to start up in the 9th position with this. So that's on the G string, and you're doing 12, 11, 12, 9. So I like to use my 3rd, 2nd, and 1st finger on this part. And I'll go ahead and have my 2nd and 1st finger down, so when I'm playing the 12th fret, I actually have all 3 of my fingers down. Makes it so you don't have to move quite as much. Another way you can play this that might be a little easier is over here in open position. You do 3, 2, 3, 0. So that's kind of an easier way to play it. I like being up here for the tone. I like just the tone of playing on this string. But also the rest of the lick is just in this position, so I don't really have to move around a lot. So you go from there up to the B string, and it's going to be more or less the same, except instead of 9, you're going to do 8. So now you're going to do 12, 10, 12, 8. And for this one, you can do it a few different ways. I like to do the sort of a stretch right here with my pinky on 12, and then middle on 10, index on 8. But you could also go like this, because this stretch isn't easy for everybody. So whichever way works best for you. So you do it 4 times in each place. And that's kind of the first part of this riff. So part 1 in total is like this. All right, in part 2, you're going to do this descending lick that's just kind of going down like a minor scale. And it goes like this. So the cool thing about this is it's the same pattern that we were just doing on the B string. It's those same 3 frets on the E string. It's not the same, I guess, pattern as far as the order of the notes. You're going to go descending. You do the first note 3 times. So you go like long, short, short, and then do 10, 8. Then you're going to do that on the B string too. You stay on the B string, now you're going to go 10 and 12 like this. So that's 10, 10, 10, 12, 10. Then now down to the G string, you're just going to hit the 9th fret, same rhythm. You do leave out 1 extra note at the end, because most of these are bum, 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 but this one's just bum, 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 bum. So we got and again, if this stretch pattern isn't that comfortable for you, I recommend trying to do it anyways, just because this is a really good song to and a good riff to learn that stretched position. So if you're not comfortable with it, try it out, and maybe this is where you can become comfortable with it. If you don't want to do that, you can do this. Kind of flubbed that last note, but the point is you could do just your index and ring finger, and you can even slide when you go from 10 to 8. Like that. I've definitely had some less advanced students that I've taught this to where I ended up teaching them to do it like that. I definitely would not recommend doing what some students have a tendency to try to do, which is 1 finger. I would not recommend doing that. There's just not really a good way to make that smooth. All right, so that does it for part 2. Part 3, this might be my favorite part, so I'm going to play part 3 in total for you. It's kind of the rest of this riff. All right, so basically you're doing a scale pattern up and down. So first let's talk about the scale pattern. For those that are interested in becoming a theory nerd, or those that might already be a theory nerd, this is a B Mixolydian flat 6 scale. So that's kind of a mouthful. It's a mode of melodic minor. Anyways, it goes like this. So You're starting with your middle finger. I recommend this finger pattern for sure because you don't have to move around positions. So I recommend doing it this way, definitely. So middle finger on 9, and then pinky on 11. And then you're gonna go to the G string, and you do 8, 9, 11 with 1, 2, and 4. And then you're gonna do 8, 10, 12 with that like stretch pattern with 1, 2, 4. So you see a lot of the same notes that we were just playing with the other riff. So before you learn the rest of the riff, I recommend just getting comfortable with this scale. If you have any drills that you like to do, like you can play it up and down. And it's a really cool, sort of mysterious sounding scale that you can add to your arsenal and impress all your friends by saying, oh, this is the Mixolydian flat 6 scale. Isn't that cool? And they'll go, what are you talking about? So anyways, the first part of this riff, you just play it all the way up and then go back down 2 notes, just on the 10 and 8 of the B string. Now you might have noticed that I played this a little bit differently in the intro, and I also played this 2 different ways just a minute ago. So you can do it with just fingers, like just every note has a different finger, or this 10th fret you can bend up and back down like that. So you're bending from 10 to 12 and back down. Either way sounds fine. I think in the original recording, they bend that note up and down. So that would sound like this. But again, you could do it that way, or you could go, either way is fine. So you do that twice. And then you're just gonna play the first 6 notes of the scale twice, ascending. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then to top off the riff, what you do is you play the scale all the way up. This time I would recommend using just fingers, not a bend, for each fret here. And then you're gonna go to the 8th fret on the E string, and I'm gonna play every fret between 8 and 12, like that. I like to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then slide up on that last note, or you could go 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. But ultimately it doesn't really matter what finger pattern you use there. I just think that the scale pattern right there, it's important to mostly use those fingers. One little difference is on the stretch pattern. I call this the stretch pattern. It's like a 5-finger stretch as opposed to just the 4 that you might be used to. You could use your middle finger in the middle note there, or you could use your ring finger. I've seen people comfortable with the ring finger. I'm more comfortable with the middle finger there. Doesn't really matter. That's personal preference. All right, so here is part 3 in total. And that's it. All right, y'all, that was Christmas Eve, Sarajevo by Trans-Siberian Orchestra. If you liked this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Check us out on Patreon. We got a lot of cool content on there. And I'll see you in the next video.